absolutely.
Two-time Olympic gold medalist Shaun White has missed out on a medal in a boil-over in the men's half-pipe final. Meantime, Anna Siegel delivered our best finish at Sochi so far, overcoming several health and fitness problems to claim fourth in the slopestyle final. Mark Ashton has the story.
A show of confidence from Anna Siegel ahead of the final of the ski slopestyle event, and it was reflected in the 27-year-old's highly impressive opening run.
Anna Siegel putting down the first real solid run of these finals so far.
Secretly battling a head cold and a serious knee injury, Siegel appeared shaky early on her second run, but she showed great mental strength to steady and looked to have done enough for a medal until the final jump.
Oh, going for the 900. Finding the knuckle, just not enough speed.
I never knew how hard the Olympics were. They're bloody draining, and I'm so happy to be through the other side, and I'm stoked with fourth.
Siegel, though, was just one of a long list of competitors to have their Olympic dreams buried. Gold medal favourite Kaya Tursky hit the snow on both of her qualifying runs.
That's what you don't want to see.
Australia was well represented in the men's halfpipe with Scotty James, followed by 2011 world champion Nate Johnston and Kent Callister, whose great-great-uncle invented Vegemite.
Good run. Big smile. He is a happy little Vegemite.
You're known for your great-uncle being the Vegemite man.
Yes,
do you bring your tube over? Are you spreading it on your toast in the morning?
Oh, of course, every day. Cyril's the man, and I mean, just from the stories I've heard, he's as crazy as a cut snake.
American superstar Shaun White was the man to beat, described as the Tiger Woods of snowboarding. He was shooting for an Olympic three-peat in the men's half-pipe.
So Shaun is just playing with this run. He knows he's currently in the lead.
White showed he was human with errors in both runs in the final to finish fourth, and it encouraged his rivals, 15-year-old Ayumu Hirano collecting silver, and the man nicknamed iPod hit the right note for the gold.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen!
And Korea's Lee Sang-hwa has defended her 500-metre crown, repaying her brother's faith after training costs forced him to give up skating for her to continue.
Scintillating stuff. Let's see what that means for the medal tally. Norway is back in the lead with 4 golds and 11 medals in total. Canada has also bagged 4 golds, while the Netherlands, USA and Germany make up the top 5. Australia's sitting pretty in 21st place, nothing wrong with 21. So far, no medals to brag about, but I'm sure that will change. Now, back home, and all emergency bushfire warnings across Victoria have now been downgraded to a watch and act. But the threat isn't over, with 18 fires still burning across the state. Fireys have 3 priorities today: to get the Kilmore blaze under control, to get access back for residents, and to assess how many properties have been lost. So far, we know 35 homes have been confirmed destroyed. The Kilmore blaze is of the most concern, with that fire contained but still burning out of control. It's already destroyed 23,000 hectares. It's now 50 k's from the point of origin. Meantime, a 40-year-old man's been charged with deliberately lighting a blaze in Fawkner that burnt out of control. Victorian police have arrested 13 members and associates of the Hells Angels bikie gang for drug trafficking and firearm offences. 6 men faced an out-of-court sessions hearing last night and were kept in custody, while 5 others were charged and granted bail. 11 will appear before the Melbourne Magistrates Court today.
This has been a culmination of a strong 3 months investigation into large-scale commercial drug trafficking involving the Hells Angels in Seaford and their associates.
Search warrants were executed by Task Force Echo yesterday as part of the statewide crackdown. And as Tash and James were saying, America's sweetheart Shirley Temple has died overnight, surrounded by family at her California home. The former Hollywood child star captured hearts across the world with her dimpled smile and blonde ringlets, dancing and singing to lift spirits during the Great Depression. Temple was discovered at age 3 at a dance school, quickly making her mark in the film Bright Eyes in 1934.
A good ship, lollipop, it's a sweet trip to a candy shop.
Oh, by the time she was 12, she'd starred in almost 40 movies and won an Oscar at age 6. Temple died of natural causes. She was 85. And one person has survived a plane crash in Algeria that killed 103 other people. The military aircraft was carrying soldiers and their families. reportedly came down in bad weather conditions around 500 k's east of the capital Algiers. It's believed to have been making its descent into Constantine. It's 1v2 today when Australia take on South Africa in the first test match of the series. Young gun Alex Doolan's expected to make his debut at Centurion for Australia, and the Proteas say they've been studying up on him. The Aussies have an excellent record in South Africa without a series defeat since 1970, but playing against the world #1 side on home soil isn't going to be easy. Stage 3 of Qatar has been won by Aussie Michael Hepburn. The Queenslander covered 10.9 k's in 13 minutes and 28 seconds. Nicky Terpstra of the Netherlands retained the yellow jersey after finishing 5th in the stage. Now, South Australians are warned to take extra care today due to the scorching heat. Let's take a look at what the weather conditions are like where you are. A little drizzle expected for most of Greater Sydney today. Katoomba 24, Penrith 30, 25 in Terry Hills and 29 for Campbelltown. A possible late shower and 29 for Coffs Harbour. Newcastle wet and 24, 26 in Sydney today with a little drizzle expected. Canberra partly cloudy and 34, 30 and partly cloudy for Brisbane. Melbourne 29. And 5 Michael Jackson fans have won damages following the pop star's death in 2009. 34 fans sued Conrad Murray over the suffering and emotional damage they experienced when the singer died, with the French court awarding 5 of them almost $2 each in damages. But lawyers say the payout's just symbolic and the phones won't actually be able to claim the money from the doctor. Wow, there are some very unusual legal cases in the world. I don't know what to make of that.
Let's take a look at what's making news on the front pages of this morning's newspapers and the Daily Telegraph headlines, with tributes for Hollywood sweetheart Shirley Temple, who has died at the age of 85.
Brisbane's Courier Mail has the latest from the Daniel Morecambe murder trial.
The Sydney Morning Herald reports that the Abbott government has started laying the groundwork for a $4 billion privatisation of Medibank.
While the Herald Sun on the front page has the latest on Schapelle Corby's life after prison.
And The Age has details on the fires still burning in parts of Victoria.
Meanwhile, The Australian says that Clive Palmer's Queensland nickel refinery poses a serious environmental threat to the Barrier Reef, according to high-level reports.
Meantime, on the front page of Adelaide's Advertiser, the story of a mother hitting out at the State Education Department for abandoning her family after her son was allegedly sexually groomed by a teacher.
And finally, our old favourite, the NT News, has a cute photo of Bindi Irwin with a furry little friend. The paper says Bindi is set to feature in a new Australian 3D animation film called Crockadoo.